Westwood High School and your Norwood Mustangs. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Wolverines. Number 1, junior Eli Ifra. Number 10, senior Vic Ganson. Number 24, senior Andrew Weeman. Number 33, senior Oliver Ganson. Is that right? Gannon, excuse me, Gannon. And number 34, senior Amari Ashley. And now, let's meet your Norwood Mustangs. Number 1, senior Owen Deschanel. Number 2, senior Joey Manning. Number 10, senior Maddie Mahoney. Number 24, junior Brian Dearborn. And number 35, senior Abdul Rahman Remy. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able. Remove your hats as we honor our country as Norwood High School sophomore Caden Bell performs our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening and welcome to the second annual Crosstown Classic between the Westwood Wolverines and the Norwood Mustangs. We are live from the Norwood High School Gymnasium for our third game of the evening. We've had a JV girls win for Norwood, we've had a varsity girls win for Norwood, and now we're hoping for our third win of the night. We have an absolute insane matchup for you. Last time these two teams met in the Westwood gym, it was a back and forth battle. And even got a little chippy out there. So we're hoping to see a great game in the Norwood High School gym tonight. And we'll see how it goes here for the Mustangs. So at center court, we will see Joe Manning tipping off against senior Amari Ashley for Westwood. And these two guys went back and forth all night in the Westwood gym. Westwood, if you'll notice, kind of has a pretty big size advantage against the Norwood Mustangs. So we'll see if Norwood elects to go small ball, tries to get their bigs in there. And right away, Westwood takes it to the hoop. Norwood ball. We are also coming to you live with two student broadcasters as well. We have sophomores Abby Curran and freshman Sophie Brogadier. If you guys would like to chime in, make yourselves known.
Yeah, Norwood was definitely looking to get some revenge tonight after a tough loss to Westwood last game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who comes out with the win this time.
And Soph, I believe you have the exact score from last game?
I do, yeah. Last game it was 48-39 in favor of Westwood.
48-39. And yes, if I remember that game correctly, Westwood dominated most of the first half, and then Norwood made a great run in the third quarter, cut it to a single-digit deficit. And then Westwood kind of ran away with it in the fourth. So we'll see how it goes for the Mustangs tonight. And right away, Norwood jumps out to a 3-0 lead there with a 3 from senior Maddie Mahoney. And that makes him 3 points closer here to the 1,000-point marker for his career. So keep your eyes on that tonight. Westwood drives to the hoop. That's junior Eli Ifra with the take to the hoop. And Norwood kicks it out in transition. Maddie Mahoney for 2. Norwood jumps out to a 5-0 lead. So we'll see Brian Dearborn at the top of the man press here. Looks like Norwood's going to play man. They go for the double trap right away. And Maddie Mahoney with the foul. So Norwood will stay in their man defense. Westwood inbounds the ball. Again, junior Eli Ifra with a great look at the hoop. Number 24, Andrew Weeman goes up for a take, can't get it to drop, and Norwood's out in transition again. So Norwood reverses the ball, Maddie Mahoney into the paint, draws the foul. And it looks like he'll be heading to the line for 2 shots. So Maddie Mahoney has a chance to go out here on a 7-0 run himself to start the game for the Norwood Mustangs. Sounds like we have some Westwood fans in the building there. So Maddie Mahoney misses the first shot. You'll probably hear the Westwood fans again right now. So Maddie Mahoney misses both from the free throw line, and here comes Westwood. I believe that's number 10, senior Vic Ganson with the ball. Looks to drive. Kicks around the top of the key. And number 1, Eli Ifra draws the foul there. So the junior will head to the free throw line for 2. We'll see a replay here. Looks like the foul is going to go against number 35, A.B. Remy on the contest. Good screen there from Westwood. Ifra goes up strong, draws the foul, and he'll be at the line for 2. And there's the Norwood crowd. So both crowds already pretty effective. What do you guys think about that, Soph and Abby?
Yeah, both student sections have really come out to support their teams tonight.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. You know, we've had some trouble with our student sections in the past, so it's good to see the support in a positive way.
Yeah, I would say the Westwood student section is already just as loud as the home Norwood section, which is tough to see if you're a Mustang fan. So here comes Norwood the other way. Junior Brian Dearborn with the ball at the top of the key. He kicks it down low to that dunker spot to senior Joe Manning. We'll have A.B. Remy at the top of the key with 15 seconds left here on the shot clock. Norwood looking to swing, make that extra pass. Brian Dearborn with a great pass, and that's Owen Descharnay for 3. And Norwood jumps out to an 8-1 lead here to start the game. Can't ask for a much better start if you're a Norwood Mustang fan. And here comes Westwood the other way. That's number 10, Vic Ganson drives to the hoop, gets it to number 24, Andrew Weeman, and he finishes the bucket for 2.
Andy Weeman has actually committed to playing football at Bates next year.
There we go, good chime in there from Soph Brogadier. That does make me feel a little better because the first time Norwood played this team, I said they look like a bunch of football players, and I guess I was technically correct.
Oh.
Good fight there from senior Joe Manning, scraps for the rebound, and it looks like he drew the foul for the Mustangs, so. Oh, actually the foul is going to go against senior Joe Manning. So Westwood draws the foul there. We'll see another replay here. Of this great driving kick from Dearborn to Descharnay as he splashes it for 3. So again, you'll see junior Eli Ifra handling the point guard duties for Westwood, drives to the lane, and he actually travels. So there's a turnover for the Wolverines. And Norwood will look to respond here with about 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Looks like we've got a quick little injury timeout. Maybe some blood coming from the junior point guard for Westwood. He's going to check out real quick, and we'll see number 5, Dylan Walsh, a senior, check into the game. And here's another look at that great driving kick for the Mustangs. A 3 that put them up 8-3 here. So Maddie Mahoney will take over ball handling duties. And a tough turnover there for the Mustangs. So Westwood will come back down the other way. And you'll see Westwood looks like they're running a 2-1-2 full court press there, which didn't even draw a ton of pressure there, but just forced a bad pass from the Mustangs. So number 10, Vic Ganson, a senior, again with the ball. And it looks like we've got 3 seconds in the key against the Westwood Wolverines. So another unforced error there for Westwood. And it looks like we've got a sub for the Norwood Mustangs, number 22, Pat Connell. A junior is going to check into the game for the Mustangs. So Westwood running a 1-3-1 press here. Norwood looking to move the ball around, beat the press pretty easily here. And now they'll get into their half-court offense. Owen Descharnay from that corner spot again. Can't get the three to go, and Westwood draws an offensive foul there against A.B. Remy. A little over the back. And that's tough because that's going to be his, that's actually his first foul, so he's okay. And here comes Vic Ganson again with the ball for the Westwood Wolverines. Norwood running that man defense. Ganson drives, loses the ball, but it goes off number 10, Matty Mahoney. So Westwood will retain possession here. And it looks like we have a sub here for Norwood.
Sophomore Sam Larkey checks in for A.B. Remy.
We got sophomore Sam Larkey in the game, immediately fighting through some screens at the top. Good double team from Norwood, but senior Amari Ashley will finish that tough bucket. 8-5 Norwood. So again, here comes that 1-3-1 full court pressure here from the Wolverines. And Norwood beats the press pretty easily again. Sam Larkey with a great dish to Pat Connell. And Norwood's going to get into their half-court offense a little bit. Brian Dearborn looking to drive with his right hand and loses the ball. And Westwood will come back down in transition here. So with about 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter, it's been back and forth. Both teams kind of suffering some unforced errors here. And Andrew Lehman with the travel. Went for the spin move. Instead it's a turnover. It's about 3 or 4 turnovers in a row for both sides here. And so Brian Dearborn, Matty Mahoney running a little two-man game against the press. Pat Connell elects for the quick three in transition. Can't get it to drop. And I believe that's number 2, sophomore Robert Liriano Alejandro for Westwood with the rebound. He kicks it to number 33, Oliver Gannon, a senior, who goes up strong. Can't get it to drop, but Westwood grabs the offensive rebound. Andrew Weeman can't get it to drop either. And Gannon draws the foul after grabbing an offensive rebound, so he'll head to the line for 2. So Westwood with 2 shots. Oliver Gannon, a senior. There's the Norwood student section there. Sounded like one student, though, not the whole crowd. So Oliver Gannon knocks down the first shot here. And Westwood chipping away. They've cut it to a 2-point deficit. Gannon can't get the second one to drop, but 34, Amari Ashley grabs the board and ties it up with an offensive rebound and a putback for 2. So just like that, tie ball game. Good push here from Norwood. Matty Mahoney from the corner. Can't get it to drop, and here comes Westwood the other way. So we'll see number 5, Dylan Walsh, the senior who checked in the game, taking over the ball handling duties. Great find there from senior Amari Ashley to number 2, Robert Liriano Alejandro, who draws the foul. And Westwood again going to the free throw line. That's been the story of the first quarter here for the Wolverines. Looks like the foul will go against number 12, the sophomore Sam Larkey. Let's see if we can get the student section a little more lively on this one. Wow, nothing there from the student section. That's tough. So number 2, Liriano Alejandro will knock down the first free throw, and Westwood is officially taking the lead back in this game.
There we go.
There we go, a little louder. Not quite as effective. And Westwood takes the lead here, 10-8. With about 2.5 minutes to go here. Dangerous pass from Larkey, and another unforced error for Norwood. Westwood will take possession again. And it looks like Chris Fraioli is going to take a timeout, reset here.
Westwood's press is really getting the Norwood guys to really think about how they have to make it and can't seem to get strong passes up the court.
Yeah, I'd agree so. The 1-3-1's proven to be pretty effective here against the Norwood Mustangs. The weird thing is it doesn't even look like they're giving a ton of pressure. They're playing pretty patient, just waiting at half court, and Nord's just kind of chucking it side to side.
Looks like they started that zone last time and it worked pretty well, so I bet they're just trying to do that in their favor this time.
Yep, so we can see Chris Ferraioli in the huddle there. Probably drawing up maybe a new press break. We'll see how Nord handles the pressure here for the last 2.5 minutes of the first quarter. And again, Nord jumped out to a great lead. I believe they're up 8-1. And Westwood's just clawed their way back with 9 straight points. So we'll see if the Mustangs can respond here to close out the first quarter.
It's great to see that the first 2 threes of the game came from Norwood, and last time Norwood didn't even make a 3 until 2 minutes left of the game.
Yeah, absolutely, right? Maddie Mahoney with a great 3 and Owen Descharnay with a great corner 3.
It does seem, though, on their past few possessions, they haven't been able to get the ball inside and have just been taking quick threes.
Yep. And again, that's probably what you're going to see from the Mustangs a little bit tonight, unless Joe Manning and Kern get out there on the floor, because this Westwood team is just huge. They have a massive size advantage. I think Nord's probably going to like to go small ball and just try to run and gun for a little bit. As you see, Amari Ashley again use his size to advantage. Goes up strong for 2. He's got 6 of the Westwood 12 points here in the first quarter. So Nord, a dangerous pass there. Good snag there from Pat Connell, and Nord will slow it down and set up their half-court offense here. So Dearborn with the ball at the top of the key. Gets it to Sam Larkey on the wing, and a turnover for the Mustangs again. But they get it back. Keep in mind here, the shot clock did not reset. Now it will after Brian Dearborn misses a floater, kicks it out to Sam Larkey for 3. Can't get that to drop either. And Amari Ashley will grab another rebound here, really making his presence felt in the first quarter. I've got him with 6 points and at least 3 rebounds right away. So we'll see Robert Liriano. Alejandro draws the double team. Great hustle there from Maddie Mahoney, and can't quite keep it in bounds. Would have been a nice 2 points the other way. But great defensive hustle there from the Mustangs. Westwood will retain possession here with 1 minute, 43 seconds left. And we'll see number 42, Mike Curran, check into the game. So again, Nord's got to go. They only have 2 true centers. So Joe Manning, Mike Curran might be getting a lot of work in the low post tonight. So Mike Curran will check into the game, and it looks like for Westwood, number 3, Jack Mullins, a sophomore, will check in as well. But a good board from Pat Connell. Opts for the deep outlet pass to Larkey, and Westwood pokes it out of bounds. So Nord will reset here with about 1.5 minutes left in the first quarter. So Brian Dearborn with the ball at the top of the key. Looks like Westwood's in man defense. Good cut there from Mike Curran. Kicks it back out to Pat Connell for 3. Can't quite get it to go. And there is Amari Ashley again with another rebound. Brian Dearborn working at the top of the defense. And Curran draws the charge against Amari Ashley. Great effort there from Mike Curran, the senior. As he draws the offensive foul, Nord will retain the ball with about 1 minute left here. Looks like we'll get a replay. You can watch Curran in drop coverage, shifts over there, gets his feet set, and draws the charge. So that's going to be 1 foul against senior Amari Ashley.
Looks like Sam Larkey stepped over the line in the pass and gives Westwood the ball back.
Yep, so another unforced error there for the Mustangs. Again, the press, not even really a ton of pressure against Nord, but it's causing a lot of turnovers, a lot of mistakes here. As we see Westwood knock down a 3, and they've extended their lead 15-8 here in the first quarter. Maddie Mahoney looking for the deep ball. Brian Dearborn with the ball on the wing. And Pat Connell's going to reverse it to Mahoney at the top of the key. So it looks like Nord's trying to get into their offense. Larkey drives, kicks it to Curran. And Dearborn will have the ball at the top of the key with about 15 seconds left here on the shot clock. Nord really working it around. Mahoney with the drive. Can't get the floater to drop, and here comes Westwood the other way again. And it looks like we'll have a one-shot situation. Westwood's going to slow it down, probably run this clock down to about 10 seconds and take 1 shot. Nord's got to play this pretty carefully, though, because Westwood is in the bonus. Some good defensive pressure there from Brian Dearborn, but a great look and an and 1 for Westwood. A great backdoor cut from number 3, Jack Mullins. That's 2 points and the foul. He'll head to the line for 1 shot, and a great pass there from the junior point guard, Eli Ifra. And just like that, this could be a 10-point game before the end of the first. So it looks like senior Owen Descharnay has checked back into the game for Larky.
There's that student section again.
Yeah, and Mullins misses the free throw. Pat Connell fighting for the rebound. Forces a jump ball. Nord will have a shot here with 4.1 seconds left on the clock. Westwood's going to elect to stay in their press. Actually, they're going full court man. So Dearborn with 4 seconds brings the ball up. Gets a half decent look, can't get it to drop. And at the end of the first quarter here, it is 17-8 Westwood. Nord jumped out to an 8-1 lead. And Westwood just closed the quarter on a 16-0 run. So we'll see both sides reconvene for a few minutes here. And we'll have a word from Abby Kern and Soph Brogadier.
The Mustangs are 11-5 as they take on the Wolverines that sit at 16-2. Both Norwood and Westwood are coming off wins. The Mustangs beat Ashland on Tuesday 66-53, and the Wolverines took down Holliston 65-61. And if you missed the last episode of NHS TV pregame live earlier this evening, you can stay tuned to the NCM Community Channel to watch the rebroadcast or watch it on demand at norwoodcommunitymedia.org.
Great job there by Soph Brogadier. So again, if you're just tuning in, we have the second annual Crosstown Classic taking place tonight. This is the third game of the evening. We've had a JV girls game, we've had a varsity girls game, and we're closing the night with a boys varsity basketball game. Norwood jumped out to an 8-1 lead to start the game, and Westwood has gone on a 16-0 run. As you hear a little Uzi Vert in the background. And both teams will come back out here. We'll see which lineup Norwood elects to go with. They're going to keep senior Mike Kern on the court. He's provided some good minutes, drew a good charge. He's working hard out there, and they're going to need his size against this Westwood team. And Westwood, it looks like at the end of that quarter, number 23, Mackie Dickerson checked into the game, and he'll stay out there. He's a junior, as you'll see Pat Connell guarding him in the post. So here comes Westwood, number 1, Eli Effer with the ball. The lefty point guard. Pulls up for 2. Can't get it to drop. And Westwood fights for the offensive rebound. They'll get a fresh shot clock. So now we have number 2, Robert Liriano Alejandro with the ball. Number 3, Jack Mullins with the screen. Good pick and roll. Can't get that to drop either, but Westwood grabs another offensive board. And on their third opportunity, they steal another 2 points there. So Westwood extends the lead to 19-8. Norwood pushing the pace the other way. Maddie Mahoney drives, tries to force the Kern, can't get it there, and Westwood's going to take off the other way. And they'll get 2 points the other way. Another good look. Jack Mullins finishes it at the rim. And Norwood's got to look to steal back a little momentum here, as Westwood is now on a 20-0 run. Pat Connell with a good dribble move, gets into the paint, kicks it to Curran. And Norwood with another turnover here. Westwood's going to slow it down.
It was known from the start this would be a tough game for the Mustangs, as they're ranked number 18 in the state, and Westwood's all the way up at number 6.
There you go. So an 18 versus 6 matchup. Kind of looked like that so far a little bit. But Norwood, again, this happened last game at Westwood, and Norwood, like you're seeing right now, scratched and clawed their way back into the game. They get out in transition, and Mahoney finishes a tough layup. He has 7 of the Norwood 10 points, with Owen Descharnay having the other 3 from the corner. They've got an 11-point game here with about 6 minutes left in the first half. Descharnay playing some tough defense at the top. Number 3, Jack Mullins, pulls up for 2, can't get it to drop. Dearborn fights for the rebound. Norwood's going out in transition the other way. Maddie Mahoney pulls up for 3, can't quite get it to drop. And here comes Westwood the other way.
In the first game against Westwood, Maddie Mahoney was also the leading scorer with 13 points.
Yeah, and after watching that game at Westwood, that was a very tough 13 points. Westwood, I think that game was mostly playing zone, and Norwood just couldn't get anything going. He really had to fight for those 13 points.
It was, yeah. Westwood was in a 1-2-2 zone. Norwood had to work really hard for every point they scored.
And we see Curran tries to draw another charge there, but can't quite get that call, as instead he draws a block. And number 1, Eli Iffer, will head to the free throw line for 2 shots here.
There's that student section again.
Yeah, not quite working. So Ifra knocks down the first free throw here. We'll see subs for both sides as Joe Manning, A.B. Remy check back in the game for the Mustangs. Looks like number 33, Oliver Gannon, and number 24, Andrew Weeman, have checked back in for the Wolverines, as has number 10, Vic Danson, and number 5, Dylan Walsh. So almost like a hockey line change there for the Wolverines. Norwood looks to push it, and they draw a foul on the floor there. So Matty Mahoney draws a foul. Good heads-up play there from Dearborn. Norwood will have a baseline out of bounds set up here. So Owen Descharnay with the inbounds pass, gets it to Mahoney. And Westwood draws the charge under their own hoop. That's a tough spot. Matty Mahoney, there was nothing else he could really do there.
Yeah, he was trapped between the baseline. There was nowhere for him to go after that.
Yeah, again, in high school, there's no restricted area there under the hoop. In college and the NBA, you'll see that restricted area. You can't draw a charge there, but Westwood taking advantage of the high school rules. They draw a charge right under the cup. So Westwood will have the ball coming back the other way. And that will be Matty Mahoney's second foul, so something to keep your eyes on here in the second quarter. Good defense there from the Mustangs. Descharnay gets his hands on the ball, and it will be Westwood ball under the Norwood hoop with 5:18 left here in the second quarter. We'll see number 24, Andrew Weeman, inbounding the ball. As Soph Brogadier mentioned earlier, number 24, Andrew Weeman, he's heading to Bates next year to play football. Great drive, great dish there for Westwood, and Norwood with a good defensive effort, but they foul again. So Westwood will head to the line for another 2 free throws here. Looks like number 33, Oliver Gannon, will be at the stripe. And that is A.B. Remy's third foul of the night.
Leaves the Mustangs in a pretty tough spot. AB usually has the energy that Norwood gets to come back in games, but with 3 fouls, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, he's been a great hustler, rebounder, defensive guy for the Mustangs all season, especially when they go with their small ball lineup. He kind of plays center, even though he's not a traditional center. But it looks like Fraioli's going to keep him out there with 3 fouls, so he's going to have to play smart. And Westwood cranks up the pressure here. They've got a little like 3-1-1 press going. Norwood gets it over half court. And they'll try to get into their half court offense as A.B. Remy with the travel. So another Norwood turnover here. That's been the story of the night. Fouls and turnovers for the Mustangs. Number 22, Pat Connell, checks into the game for A.B. Remy. And with 3 fouls, I'm not sure if we'll see him again until next half. And that's a backcourt violation against the Wolverines. Speaking of unforced errors. So we'll see Brian Dearborn, the lefty junior, bring up the ball here. He'll be guarded by number 5, Dylan Walsh. Joe Manning comes up for the high screen. Dearborn gets out of the double team here. Joe Manning with a dangerous cross-court pass, and Westwood takes advantage again. But Norwood hustles back. Dearborn with the tip. Good defensive back play there. Draws. Ooh, almost has a foul. Gets it to drop. So that's 2 points for Norwood. Great drive there from Dearborn. Finishes with his strong left hand. With about 4.5 left here in the half, Norwood is down 13 here, 25-12.
This game is really meaningful to both teams because they both want to win in order to increase their seeding for the playoffs. And next week is the last week of the regular season.
Yep, so another good point there from Soph Brogadier. With about 1 week left, this is a huge game in terms of MIA playoff seeding and in terms of strength of schedule. So both teams scratching and clawing for a bigger seed, a better seed for next week. And we see Norwood turn the ball over there again. Joe Manning goes up for the rebound, off his leg and out of bounds. See a little replay here. Brian Dearborn with a great defensive effort. Brings the ball down the court, a little right, left, in and out move, and a tough finish for 2. Ever since that 8-1 lead for the Norwood Mustangs, that's kind of been the story of the night. They're getting tough points. They got to find a way to get some easier offense. Speaking of which, we'll see Oliver Gannon knock down a nice mid-range 2 here for Westwood. And it's now 29-12 with about 3.5 left in the first half. So Matty Mahoney with the ball in the wing. Looking to take advantage of that screen from senior Joe Manning. Good find in the corner. Brian Dearborn for 3. Can't quite get it to drop. Eli Iffer with the rebound, and here comes Westwood the other way.
Norwood really needs to pick up the intensity if they want to cut this lead before halftime and have it more manageable.
Yeah, again, they're down 17 right now. They're kind of getting back in half-court man. I wouldn't be shocked if after a timeout or a dead ball, if they come out in a press just to try to crank the pressure up a little bit. You see senior Andrew Weeman again playing like a classic football guy in the low post. Gets his own offensive rebound, and he will head to the line for 2 free throws.
Rebounding is the name of the game here. Almost all of Westwood's points have come from offensive rebounds that Norwood just can't seem to grab.
Yep, again, Westwood taking advantage of that size advantage. Can't quite keep track of all the rebounds here, but Westwood's grabbing a ton of offensive rebounds and drawing a ton of fouls. And it looks like we'll see number 3, Anthony Canidi, check into the game for the Mustangs. As Pat Connell checks out, it's like he might be a little dinged up. Looks like that was only the first shot. But you like to see both teams fighting for the rebound there. So Andrew Riemann will take his second free throw attempt here. The lefty can't get that to drop either, and a good board from Joe Manning as Brian Dearborn looks to pick up the pace the other way. Again, a nice right, left, in and out move, and Canidi draws a foul right away.
Good aggressive play by Canadian to try to drive on that and draw the foul.
Yeah, great play there from the sophomore, right? 5 seconds in the beginning of the game. Good ball fake, drives right, draws the foul. We'll see Canidi again here off of the screen. Looks to reverse it, good pivot. And Norwood's got to get the ball out of the corner here. Joe Manning does just that. Matty Mahoney with the drive. Through a lot of contact and can't get the foul or the bucket. So Westwood will bring the ball down the other way. 2.5 minutes left here in this first half with a 29-12 lead. And number 10, Vic Ganson, the senior, with a drive and a tough bucket. As Norwood comes back down the other way here with a 19-point deficit. Brian Dearborn driving into the paint. Good jump stop. Anthony Canidi with the ball again. We'll see Mahoney reset here at the top of the key. Joe Manning comes up high for the high screen. Mahoney uses it to his advantage and again can't draw the foul call, and here comes Westwood in transition. Westwood can't draw the foul either, and they have a turnover here. It looked like Ganson tried to grab the ball while he was still out of bounds, and he's upset about the no call for sure. We'll see number 2, Joe Manning, check back out of the game. 22, Pat Connell checks back into the game with a little knee wrap.
Makes for a very small Norwood lineup here.
Yeah, Norwood is going small ball. I guess Pat Connell is technically their center with this lineup. And Westwood again cranking up the full court pressure. They just went full court man there. And they're staying in it. So Norwood checks the ball into Matty Mahoney. Brings up the ball, cool, calm, and collected. Can't quite hit Descharnay on the cut. And another Norwood turnover here in the first half. That's been the name of the game. So junior Eli Ifra kicks it to Andrew Weeman on the elbow here. And a Westwood turnover back the other way. Here comes Brian Dearborn with a nice righty finish. That'll be his 4th point of the night here. So 31-14 Westwood with about a minute left in this first half. And number 10, Vic Ganson, with another great move at the top of the key. He finishes that. And Westwood extends their lead back to 19. Dearborn draws the foul there on the pass from Matty Mahoney. Westwood's still got 1 foul to give here before Norwood enters the bonus. So we'll see Descharnay with the ball on the side here. Dearborn at the top of the key. It looks like number 3 for Westwood, Jack Mullins, checking back in, as well as number 2, Robert Liano Alejandro. So Canidi with the ball on the wing. Gonna get it to number 10, Matty Mahoney, the senior. Norwood really working this ball around the perimeter. Dearborn with the drive and a great find and a good finish there from Descharnay. That's 5 points for the senior and a great assist there from Dearborn, the junior. So if you're a Nord fan, you're looking for them to close these last 30 seconds here with a little bit of energy. They need to find some momentum to bring into the second half. And Dearborn's working hard at the top of the key. I thought that was a great poke from behind, almost a turnover, and instead it's a foul. So Westwood again will head to the free throw line. You can see head coach Chris Fraioli clearly does not agree with the call. That could have been the momentum Norwood needed there before the second half, and instead it could be 2 points for the Wolverines.
Norwood's student section seems to be effective on these past few free throws.
Yep, as we see Ifra misses his first free throw there. And misses his second, so the student section has come alive. Norwood gets the rebound. They're looking to push the pace. An interesting scenario. This is usually a one-shot scenario, but instead Mahoney drives and draws the foul the other way. So Maddie Mahoney will be at the line for 2 with 17 seconds left here in this first half. And again, it looks like Norwood's staying put with the small ball lineup. They're trying to take advantage of Westwood lacking their senior Amari Ashley. He's resting on the bench a little bit right now. He had a monster first quarter, having with about 6 points and 5 rebounds. But with him out of the game, Norwood's trying to play a little small, bring some energy, bring some speed. As Mahoney knocks down his first free throw. And knocks down his second. So that should put him at about 9 points tonight. Again, he's in search of that 1,000-point career mark. Westwood down the other way. 10 seconds left on the clock here. Number 2, Liriano Alejandro, not fazed by the clock, puts up a deep 2 and gets it to drop. That's a tough bucket to close out the half, and that's his 6th point of the half.
Exact same thing happened last game. Westwood hit a deep 3 at the expiring shot clock at the end of the half.
Yeah, and we talk about momentum, bringing some energy, some juice there into the second half. That's a good way for Westwood to extend their lead and keep dominating this game. A tough bucket there from the sophomore Robert Liriano Alejandro. Extends the Westwood lead to 18. So at halftime here again of the Crosstown Classic, Westwood will head into half with a 36-18 lead. We'll see our cheerleaders at halftime, and we'll see you in about 10 minutes for the second half.
So me and Adam can definitely say more. My mom actually did just yell at me from the My dad also texted my mom and told her to tell us to talk more. Oh, my grandparents are listening from Connecticut. That's wow.
And welcome back to the second half of the second annual Crosstown Classic here between the Westwood Wolverines and the Norwood Mustangs. If you were just tuning in again, Westwood is out to a 36-18 lead here against the Norwood Mustangs. Norwood came out with some great energy and effort in the first quarter. They jumped out to an 8-1 lead, and Westwood has gone on to a 35-10 run after that first quarter. Westwood, again, if you're just tuning in, with a major size advantage against the Mustangs, it's showing on the offensive glass. Both sides with some sloppy turnovers. I think both sides are going to look to clean it up here in the second half, and I just jinxed it.
Again.
And we'll see number 24, Andrew Weeman, come back down the other way, and Brian
Nice
Dearborn
charge.
hustles back there. Yep, draws the charge. And Westwood, again, has been aggressive all night with a full court press. Looks like they're going to stay in it a little bit with a, oh, actually they're going to go back to half court men. I'd expect in the second half here to see Norwood maybe press a little bit on their defensive end.
Yeah, Norwood's going to want to pick up the intensity to keep this game close, or make the game close again.
Yeah, for sure. And one thing Soph and Abby, they need to stop doing is fouling as well.
Yeah, they're in the bonus both quarters, so
As
giving
you
them
like
a
to,
lot of points.
and as you like to tell us so much, Coach, you got to keep your hands up.
Got to keep your hands up, especially with this new 5-foul rule each quarter. If you're not aware, MIA changed the fouling rules to each quarter. Each team gets 4 fouls, and then on the 5th, your opponent enters the bonus, and it's 2 free throws every time after that. So if you play some sloppy defense, if you play some undisciplined defense, and you're fouling 4 to 5 times every quarter, you're going to be in some trouble. You're letting up a lot of free points. So Norwood's going to have to play some pretty disciplined defense here in the second half. As we see Westwood hoist a 3 and grab it.
Those rebounds.
Yeah, that's been the story of the night as well. Westwood can't get it to drop, and it'll be Norwood ball coming the other way.
Norwood just doesn't seem to be getting a body on any of the Westwood guys and establishing position for box outs.
Yeah, again, that's something that gets me mad when I coach you guys sometimes, Soph and Abby. So.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
And a good screen there from number 2, Joe Manning. So we'll see Brian Dearborn with the ball at the top of the key. A.B. Remy kicks it to senior Matty Mahoney. He looks to pull up for 2. Can't quite get it to drop, and Westwood will head back the other way. Matty Mahoney, according to our records, had 9 points there in the first half. So he had 9 of Norwood's 18. And if you are not aware, he's chasing the 1,000-point career mark that every high school basketball player looks to achieve. It looks like maybe we won't see it tonight, but it should be happening in the next week or so.
Great way to end the season, especially a senior season, you know. Next week is their last week of regular games, so you never know when the last game will be.
Yep, for sure. As we mentioned earlier, just 1 week left here in the regular season, but both teams will be entering the playoffs after that. And so Brigadier mentioned earlier, this is a big game for playoff seeding. So both sides are going to look to fight scratch claw here in the second half, because this is going to matter in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, both teams are really looking to move up in the D2 power rankings.
You see Joe Manning pull up for 2, but Westwood with some ferocious defense again. They blocked the shot, and here comes the Westwood point guard, Eli Ifra, the other way. So Westwood will slow it down and reset at the top of the key here.
Norwood seems to be sticking with their man defense here in the second half.
We'll see number 34, Amari Ashley, the senior, is back in the game for Westwood. He had a crazy first quarter, 6 points, at least 4 or 5 rebounds. He's been a factor for Westwood all night, as he can't quite get that rebound. A great board by the senior, number 2, Joe Manning, for Norwood. So Brian Dearborn with some great pressure there. He takes it full court, draws the foul, can't quite get the and one to drop, but he'll head to the line for 2 shots. He looks a little dinged up, so he's going to reset at the top of the key here, but Brian Dearborn will head to the line for 2.
This Westwood student section's been very quiet lately. Since like the second quarter, they haven't really said much.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here on this free throw. One screen. We'll take one screen there. Brian Dearborn gets the first free throw to drop. That is his 5th point of the night. The junior lefty. Also a very good defensive back for the football team. Good outfielder for the baseball team. Last year, Dearborn was someone that stood out to me as well. He was only a sophomore, and I didn't know who he was. I thought he was a senior the way he played. He had great poise out there last year, and you see it this year as well. He's going to check in with the trainer. He looks a little injured maybe after that drive. But Dearborn sinks both free throws and checks out of the game.
Yeah, Dearborn's definitely very comfortable with the ball. He's not afraid to drive. He has good court vision.
Yeah, just an all-around great player. He can run the point. He can play off ball, knock down threes. He plays good defense. Speaking of which, Norwood almost forces a turnover there. That would have been huge for them.
That was good awareness by Owen Descharnay.
Yep, great hands, active hands, like we always talk about. But a great take there from number 33, Oliver Gannon. A tough finish, up and under reverse layup.
He must have been working on his mic and drill.
Yeah, reverse mic and drill. Speaking of which, Abby Kern's great at it.
Another unforced turnover, almost.
Almost there.
Kennedy was able to grab it.
Wow, tough finish there from Mahoney. Drives into traffic, pivots, embraces the contact, and finishes for 2. That puts him in a double digits tonight with 11 points.
That's almost as many as he had last game against Westwood, and it's only halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah, I believe he finished with, what did we say, so Brogadier, 13 points last game?
Yeah.
A strong take there from senior Amari Ashley. I think he thought he drew the foul. Instead, he draws a travel, so it'll be a turnover the other way. And here we'll have a replay of Mahoney's tough finish here. Drives in the paint, pivots, embraces the contact. Maybe could have had an and one.
He really just never gave up on that play.
Yeah, again, tough finish. Like we talked about earlier, Self Brogadier, that's how he has to play against this Westwood team. They play great defense. You got to score some tough buckets. He's the guy to do it.
Yeah, the Mustangs really have to fight for every point and earn it tonight.
So we'll see Dearborn checks back into the game, takes over ball handling duties. Might have to take over scoring duties with Mahoney out of the game. And A.B. Remy draws the foul. This is on the floor, so Nord will have the ball under the hoop. Looks like Mahoney is checking right back in with a little arm wrap. He'll check in for sophomore number 3, Anthony Canidi.
There have already been a few Nord players who have had to get taped up tonight.
Yeah, kind of reminiscent of our game earlier, actually. A lot of scratching and clawing and injuries, I would say.
Yes.
Definitely. It was a tough battle.
Yeah,
Very physical game.
tough, hard-fought battle. Again, if you're just tuning in, Norwood JV girls with a big win today. Norwood varsity girls with a great win earlier. Looking to try to get the clean sweep here tonight and go 3-0, but it's going to be a tough battle back here, down 16 in the third quarter. The Nord will maintain possession. We'll see number 22, Pat Connell, check in for Joe Manning. And Nord going with this small ball lineup again, where A.B. Remy or Pat Connell is going to be your center. It'll be interesting to see with number 34, Amari Ashley, the Westwood senior, still on the court. Nord's going to have to work hard here on the glass. So good cut there from Descharnay. Probably could have drawn the foul. He doesn't get the call. Westwood's going to push the pace the other way. Good look, good find. Westwood can't finish, but they draw the foul instead. So it'll be number 2, Robert Liriano Alejandro. Gets his own board, draws the foul.
Those second chance points are really getting it for Westwood.
Yep, again, that was the story of the first half. If you missed the first half, Westwood used their size advantage very well. They grabbed a ton of offensive rebounds. They drew a ton of fouls, and this is where they've been getting a lot of their points tonight at the free throw stripe. So Liriano Alejandro misses his first free throw. Again, he's the guy that closed out the first half with a real tough mid-range 2. As he knocks down his second free throw. So Brian Dearborn will bring up the ball here. It looks like Westwood's in a little bit of a half-court trap. Mahoney will pivot out of it. Nord with great ball movement. A.B. Remy for 3. Splash! And A.B. Remy knocks down the 3. So Nord cuts the deficit to 14. We'll see some defensive pressure here from the Mustangs. Still in that man defense, but they're picking up the intensity a little bit. A.B. Remy, again, a great play. Playing tough with 3 fouls. Gets a clean block. It looks like Westwood is somehow going to maintain possession of that ball. Nord crowd is not too happy with the call. And number 3 is sophomore Jack Mullins will check in for Westwood. You'll see a replay here. No comment. Tough call. Dearborn and Ashley both go to the floor. The NBA, that might have been a double flop. And Westwood finishes with a tough bucket here. So 41-25 with 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Westwood again keeping up with this full court press.
Nord's going to have a really big fourth quarter to be able to pull this game out.
Yep, and they got to close out this third quarter pretty strong here. So Descharnay with an open 3, gets it to drop. Probably could have had an and one. A tough finish there. And we'll see head coach Chris Ferrari call a timeout. He's not happy with the no call. But Descharnay with his second 3 of the night, and that's a big one. So
Yeah,
Nord, go ahead, Soap Brogadier.
Those were 2 tough calls there that really got Coach Ferrari upset.
Yeah, we'll see the replay here. Great drive from Pat Connell. Maintains his pivot foot, fights through the contact. Good lefty pass to Descharnay. And he was fouled for sure there. Great 3. So Nord cuts the deficit to 13 here. They've got a shot to cut this to single digits before the end of the quarter. Still plenty of time left. 2 minutes, 44 seconds left on the clock. So we'll see both teams in their huddles.
Big change from last game, you know. Nord only hit their first 3 with 2 minutes left of the game, as we said before, and we've already hit quite a couple tonight.
Yeah, Nord really extending their range tonight. Descharnet's got a couple threes. Mahoney's got a three. That's going to be big for them, right? They're down 13. They're going to have to hit some threes, get back in this game.
Yeah, they seem to have a bit of a shooting slump in the second quarter, but now their shots are going in.
Yep, so we'll see Nord, again, sticking to the small ball lineup. Looks like they're just going to try to run and gun. Keep your eye on Pat Connell. He's going to be battling against number 34, senior Amari Ashley. Tough matchup for him.
Ashley definitely has a lot of height on Connell, so he has to be sure to keep his position inside.
Wow, Norwood blitzes the ball handler, number 1, Eli Iffer there, and they draw the travel, so that's another unforced error here for Westwood. Again, both sides having a tough time tonight with turnovers. And Norwood, again, with a chance here to cut this lead to at least 11 or 10. Descharnet with the ball. We get it to Mahoney at the top of the key. He's going to call his own number with a tough lefty finish and one. And Norwood again with a chance to cut this deficit to just 10 with plenty of time left here in this third quarter.
This might just have been what the Nord team needed to get some energy back and try to pull out a win.
Yeah, he's really a spark for this team when they need it.
Yeah, we'll see the replay there again. Mahoney drives to the paint, calls his own number, embraces the contact, finishes with the lefty scoop layup. If I'm doing my math correctly, I've got him with at least 13 points right now, and he's got a chance for 14 at the line. So Mahoney knocks down the free throw, and Nord cuts this deficit to just 10 points, and they're going to crank up the pressure here with the press. Westwood handling the ball. Nord cranking up the pressure here. Westwood's not handling it too well. They're blitzing all of these pick and rolls, pick and pops here. Mahoney working hard on the defensive end.
He had good hands there. He almost poked the ball away and got an easy turnover.
So we'll see senior Amari Ashley looking to set a screen again. And the Westwood head coach is not happy with Westwood at all right now.
Norwood's really dialed up the intensity and gotten Westwood's heads.
Yep, so Westwood with the timeout here. Both sides will get back into their huddles. And I'd love to see Nord continue to crank up the pressure, the intensity here on defense. They're doing a great job.
Make sure to also keep watch for the latest episode of NCM Sports Talk on the NCM Community Channel. This episode is a special edition featuring NHS class of 78 Jim Plummer, the head coach of the University of Vermont women's hockey team. Coaches and players that are a part of the team talk about what it's like coaching with and playing for Plummer. And we hear from Jim about what it takes to be a collegiate head coach. Only on Norwood Community Media, your home for all things Norwood.
Great job there from Abby Kern on the ad read. And again, if you were just tuning in here in the third quarter, we have about 1 minute, 53 seconds left here in the third quarter of the second annual Crosstown Classic. This is a new tradition in honor of 2 basketball legends in Norwood and Westwood, Giles Parker and Kevin McDonald. Again, both basketball legends in their own respect. This is a great new tradition for both teams. So Norwood battling here on defense. Again, continuing to stick with the small ball lineup.
Norwood's keeping up the intensity, doubling in the corner, and forces a Westwood turnover.
Great trap there from Norwood, as Soph Brogadier said. Westwood with another unforced error there, the turnover. Shot clock violation. And so both teams cranking up the intensity here on defense. We'll see number 1 for Westwood, Eli Ifra, cranking up the pressure for Westwood. Dearborn beats it, and Norwood gets a great look at the rim. And Owen Descharnet with a tough 2 points here. He's got 10 on the night, and suddenly this is an 8-point game with a minute and a half left here in the third quarter.
That was good vision by A.B. Remy to see Descharnet open at the block.
Yeah, A.B. Remy's having a great second half here. Again, he's playing with 3 fouls, which can be tricky. You got to play smart on the defensive end, but he knocked down a big 3, had a great driving kick there. Looks like Westwood draws the foul. So have a little sideline out of bounds action here for the Wolverines.
That's number 3 on Matty Mahoney, which could be big loss for Norwood if he ends up drawing another.
Yeah, he's really got to play smart on D and make sure he doesn't get another foul.
Yep, so again, keep an eye on that. Matty Mahoney with 3 fouls. A.B. Remy also playing with 3 fouls. Wow, a tough possession there for Westwood. Norwood played great defense, forced a tough pass. Looked like they might have been able to get a travel call. Amari Ashley instead holds onto the ball. Good up fake, draws the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. With a minute and 5 seconds left here in the third quarter. And speaking of people with 3 fouls, that's going to be the third on Brian Dearborn. So Nord in a little bit of foul trouble across the board.
As you can hear, the Norwood student section is really getting into it now.
And it works.
Yeah, it's working. Amari Ashley misses his first. Speaking of that student section, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe I see Brian Gagliard down there in the student section.
What happened there?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty
Supposed to be up
interesting.
here.
For those at home, Brian Gagliard supposed to do this broadcast. For some reason, couldn't make it. But I'm glad to have Abby Kern and Sophie Brogadier up here instead. 2 people that are committed to the job. So
He
Westwood.
should listen to this at home and hear us talking
Yeah,
about
I
him.
hope he does see this later. I'm sure somebody will tell him. Westwood missed both free throws, but they grab the offensive board and they draw another foul. And number 10, Vic Ganson, will knock down his first shot. That should be his 6th point on the night.
Both teams have 4 fouls for the quarter, so they got to be careful so the other one doesn't get automatic free throws.
Yep, again, something to keep your eye on there. The new rule, either team fouls from here on out, their opponent is going to the free throw line for the rest of the quarter with 2 free throws.
There it is. The student section works again.
And here come the Nord Mustangs. Brian Dearborn with a great 3-pointer there. And Nord cuts the deficit to just 6 points with 50 seconds left here in this third quarter.
Oh.
And Brian Dearborn is going to pick up his 4th foul. And this is going to put Nord in a real tough spot. Westwood's going to head to the free throw line for 2, like we just mentioned. And Brian Dearborn is probably going to have to check out of this game if they want to keep him alive for the 4th quarter. Again, Chris Ferroli, head coach, not happy with that call. Neither is Brian Dearborn.
He's speaking his case to the ref right now.
Yep. Good civil conversation there between both sides. So number 1, Eli Ifra, the junior point guard for Westwood, knocks down his first free throw. He's had a solid all-around game tonight. Played a similar game the first time these 2 teams met in the Westwood High Gym. He's just a great point guard, good court vision, does a little bit of everything. And so with about 40 seconds left here in this third quarter, Westwood maintains an 8-point lead. Brian Dearborn staying in the game with a great drive. Almost gets the offhand righty finish there. And Westwood's going to bring the ball down. Looks like this could be a one-shot situation for the Wolverines. So Westwood really slowing down the pace of the game here.
Norwood's being very aggressive with their defense and trying to get a steal before the end of the quarter.
Yep, and again, something to keep your eye on. Don't play too aggressive here. They don't want to draw another foul. And Amari Ashley finishes strong again, grabs another rebound. Another buzzer beater here for Westwood.
Name of the game for tonight. Another offensive rebound for Westwood. Another second chance points.
Yep, so that will put Amari Ashley with 8 points, at least 5 rebounds. Tough finish there. And that extends the Westwood lead back up to double digits here after 3 quarters. So 46 Westwood, 36 Norwood. We'll see both teams huddle up once again.
Chris Ferroli probably has a lot to say to his boys right now, but getting back in this game.
Yeah, and I'm curious, what do you guys think? Do you think we'll see a little bit of Joe Manning, Mike Kern in this 4th quarter? Or do you think we'll continue with that small ball lineup, A.B. Remy, Pat Connell at the 5?
I don't know. I mean, their shots have been falling this half, so.
I think he might stay small in order to have them be able to run the court and just get out in transition.
Yeah, I think Norwood's been using that to their advantage pretty well tonight. Unless someone gets in some big-time foul trouble, I think we'll see the small ball lineup here once again. And they're just going to try to run up and down the court, just outwork Westwood, and like you guys said, maybe knock down some threes.
And it looks like Dearborn is staying in the game with 4 fouls also.
Yep, so again, Dearborn's going to have to play smart here in this 4th quarter. He's a super important part of this Mustangs offense and defense. So if he's going to stay alive for these next 8 minutes, he's going to have to play very smart defense. So Westwood staying with their big ball lineup here as Amari Ashley's going to stay in the game, as is number 33, Oliver Gannon. So A.B. Remy with the ball on the block.
One thing Norwood's very good at is having their guys move off ball, which is definitely something we need to work on with our team.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree with both of those statements, though. A lot of motion here from the Mustang offense. Everybody's moving, cutting, screening.
Gets for a lot of open looks. Maybe they haven't fallen tonight, but they've gotten a lot of good shots.
So Norwood with about 10 ticks left here on the shot clock. Owen Descharnay takes a look at the shot clock, gets to Matty Mahoney in the corner, and he knocks down a big corner three here for the Norwood Mustangs. That will cut the deficit to 7, and that'll put Mahoney at 17 points, if my math is correct.
Norwood seems to be running a nice 1-2-2 press to put some pressure on Westwood.
And they draw the 10-second violation against Westwood. Great observation there from Soph Brogadier. That trap looks a little familiar to me.
I
Yes,
think
it does.
we might run the same press.
Yeah, we might. All right, and here comes Norwood with a little bit of momentum. Plenty of time left in this game, 7 minutes. And just a 7-point deficit here for the Mustangs. This is very similar to the first time these two teams met. Mahoney with a great hesitation. Good take to the hoop.
Pat Connell tries to get through, but can't get it, but still ends up being Norwood ball.
Yeah, fighting for the ball. I don't know if the ref noticed that Matty Mahoney caught the ball out of bounds. Interesting. But Norwood will maintain possession. Great ball movement. Pat Connell drives to the hoop.
Good take. He draws the foul, too.
There we go. Pat Connell stealing some of Westwood's shine. They'll head to the line for 2.
Norwood seems to be much more aggressive so far in this fourth quarter, and it's really benefiting them.
Yeah, absolutely. And something to keep your eye on there. That's going to be number 34, Amari Ashley, the senior big man. That will be his 3rd foul.
There's that Westwood student section.
Yeah, they're working hard. And there we go. We'll see number 34 check out of the game. So Amari Ashley out with 3 fouls. He'll probably be back pretty soon. And number 23, the junior, Mecky Dickerson, will check into the game. So a bit of a smaller lineup here for the Wolverines. So Connell cannot get either free throw to drop. And Westwood will head down the other way.
Norwood's still in man defense, but they seem to be blitzing the ball a good amount.
Westwood can't get the open look to drop, but number 33, Oliver Gannon, draws the foul there. Good box out from him. Looks like we had a little arm hold there from the Mustangs. And Westwood will have the ball under the Mustang hoop here. So with 6 minutes, 32 seconds left here, we get a 7-point game.
Norwood's cut the lead by a lot from an 18 at halftime.
Now we got a foul going the other way. Looks like that will be against number 33, Oliver Gannon. That will be his 2nd of the game.
Interesting to see Westwood is still in their man defense. However, it hasn't seemed to be working this half like their zone did in the first.
And it looks like Norwood will draw another foul there. Matty Mahoney working hard off ball, draws a foul. It looks like that's going to be against number 23, Mecky Dickerson, who just checked into the game. So again, something to keep your eye on, the fouls that we mentioned. Westwood already at 3 fouls in this quarter. That could be huge for the Mustangs if they can draw a couple more. And oh my goodness, the Mustangs with a backcourt violation there.
These unforced turnovers.
Yep, unforced errors. Again, just a tough spot there. You got to either catch that in the front court or fully catch it in the backcourt. Disappointing inbounds play there from the Mustangs. So Westwood will come down the other way. It looks like Norwood has switched to a bit of a zone.
And there's the backcourt.
Wow. I'm not sure I've ever seen back-to-back backcourt violations for both teams.
There have been a lot of unforced turnovers for both teams this half so far.
Yeah, it's been the story of the night. Like we mentioned, both teams playing a little sloppy, I would say. A lot of turnovers. One of these teams is going to have to capitalize on it, so we'll see with about 6 minutes left here in the game.
Yeah, there's also a lot of fouls. It's been a very physical game.
So a good look there for the Mustangs. Matty Mahoney can't get the 3 to drop, but Pat Connell working hard, gets the rebound. Great ball movement from the Mustangs, and better defense there from the Wolverines as number 2, the sophomore Robert Liriano Alejandro, works hard and blocks Descharnay's layup attempt. As now both crowd sections are getting a little lively down there. And 33, Oliver Gannon, the big man, with a tough 2 points to make it 48-39 Westwood. Mahoney looking for another tough bucket. And number 23, Mecky Dickerson, makes his presence felt with a ferocious swat. So Nord with the ball, senior Owen Descharnay looking to drive and kick. Pat Connell for three. Can't quite get it to go. And here come the Wolverines the other way.
Nord really needs a bucket to get the momentum back in their favor.
Yep, and hopefully we can get a stop first here. Looks like Nord's sitting in a bit of a 2-1-2, 2-3 zone. Some good talking there on the Mustang defense. Pat Connell barking out where Westwood Wolverines are. That's got to be a travel. Instead, it's a foul. So Westwood will have the ball under the Mustang hoop here. 4 minutes, 51 seconds left in this Crosstown Classic. Just a 9-point game, so another great game between these two teams. And the sophomore again, Robert Liriano Alejandro, having a great game for the Wolverines. Great up fake, draws two Mustang defenders, go flying by him. Good drive, and he'll get to the free throw stripe again.
That's Pat Connell's fourth in the game.
And tough fouls in Norwood are really bailing Westwood out here. They can't seem to make their free throws, though.
Yep, so Liriano Alejandro misses his first. But again, Pat Connell with four, so another player to keep your eye on. Dearborn and Connell are going to have to play smart here the rest of the way. So Dearborn and Mahoney running a little two-man game here on the left side. And Dearborn will reset up top. A.B. Remy with a great move, a great dish. Or can't get it to drop, and the Wolverines are going to take off the other way. And number 10, Vic Ganson, the senior, finishes with the transition layup. So all of a sudden, this is a 12-point game here with 4 minutes left. Nord working the ball around the perimeter. Pat Connell looking a baseline drive. Gets it back up top to A.B. Remy. Another great drive through the contact. Can't get it to drop. And that is somehow Westwood ball.
Things really just don't seem to be going in Norwood's favor right now.
Yeah, tough stretch on these last couple of critical possessions. And the even worse news for the Mustangs is number 34, Mari Ashley, is going to check back into the game. The big man has just been grabbing rebounds and boards, scoring a lot of points at the free throw line as well. And we'll see Nord go with a little bit of full court pressure here.
Mustangs are still in a small lineup.
They force a dangerous pass there from the Wolverines, but they hold on to the ball. Looks like a 1-2-2 from Norwood in the full court setting and a 2-3 or a 2-1-2 here in the half court setting. So Westwood really looking to slow this game down, eat some clock. Great play there from the Wolverines for a wide open corner three. And there's the senior, Vic Ganson again.
Westwood has the lead back up to 15.
Yep, and that's going to be his 11th point on the night. Great corner three. Matty Mahoney responds the other way with a tough bucket. And that'll put Mahoney at 19 points tonight. So again, you see Nord with a little 2-1-2 full court pressure. They're going to drop back into that 2-3, 2-1-2.
Nord really needs to get a stop here and get the ball back.
And there's the story of the night right there.
Rebounding is killing the Mustangs right now, letting Westwood get so many second chance points.
Yep, and Amari Ashley is now entering double-double territory. That's at least his 10th point, at least his 6th or 7th rebound. And he'll head to the free throw line for one more. So after that offensive board, we'll see Joe Manning check into the game as Pat Connell is fouled out with 5. Good effort from the junior tonight, though. He had to play big. Also try to knock down some shots for the Mustangs. But the senior, number 2, Joe Manning, will check in here for these last 2.5 minutes. And Amari Ashley, the senior for the Westwood Wolverines, knocks down his free throw. Maddie Mahoney with a great take, can't draw the foul. And Westwood will slow it down the other way. Great effort there from Mahoney, and Nord gives it right back. So Westwood scrambling there with the ball a little bit. Good timeout from their head coach. And with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the Crosstown Classic, we have a 57-41 game, which I think the score could be a little deceptive, as this got pretty close here in the third quarter and the start of the fourth.
10-point game it was before Westwood started hitting their shots.
Yeah, I think at one point Nord even cut it down to 6.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So again, this is very similar to the first time these two teams met in the Westwood High Gym earlier this year. Westwood got out to a commanding lead at halftime. Nord fought back in the third quarter, cut it to single digits. And then Westwood just kind of had too much size, too much rebounding, too many free throws for Nord to get back into the game.
I think Nora's going to stay in the press here to try to dial up the intensity and cut the lead again.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. Again, almost 2.5 minutes left here in the game. 16-point deficit, but it's still doable, right? But again, something to keep your eyes on if you're a Mustang fan. Nord has 4 fouls this quarter. So something they can do as well is stop the clock and just foul, send Westwood to the free throw line. So we'll see what Nord's strategy is here for these last 2.5 minutes.
They also, however, have a lot of players in foul trouble, so fouling might not be the way of the game if they want to keep all their players in.
Yeah, that's a good point. We might see some new guys checking in if that's their strategy. So Westwood with the ball. They inbound into their own backcourt. Good back tap there from Dearborn. He's going to push the pace. A.B. Remy in transition. Good move. Good finish. Tough 2 points there from A.B. Remy. Thought he was soaring up for a dunk for a second.
He was close.
So Westwood inbounds the ball. Some full court pressure from Owen Descharnay. Good trap here from the Mustangs. And Westwood's going to call another timeout there after the trap. So Nord again cranking up the defensive pressure and intensity. And Westwood's going to take another timeout.
Yeah, Norwood's half-court blitz right there really got to Westwood.
Yep, good trap, good double team. So we'll see both sides head back to their bench. And here we'll see a replay of this transition take from A.B. Remy. Stops on a dime, goes up strong. Good finish there. Almost draws a foul, too.
Yeah, all these Nord points have been well fought for.
Yeah, they're working hard on the offensive end. Again, a couple more threes if they drop. They're still in this game. But again, we'll see. We got 2 minutes left, so plenty of time left. A lot of ball game left.
Norwood's just down 14, so the game isn't completely out of hand yet if they dial up the intensity right now.
Yeah, exactly. So as we see both teams come out of that timeout, some Katy Perry in the background. So Westwood with the sidelines out of bounds. They get the ball into number 24, Neiman, who we haven't seen, Weeman, sorry, we have not seen in a while. Westwood gets through the pressure, and Weeman gets that one to drop. Some good English on that layup. That's a tough bucket and a good momentum killer there for Westwood. Nord looking to pick up the pressure the other way. A.B. Remy kind of stuck there with the ball. He gets it to Mahoney. And Nord's got to pick up the pace here if they're going to get back in this game. Joe Manning with a tough take there. Somehow does not draw the foul on the rebound. And Westwood's coming down the other way. And again, there's the senior or junior point guard, Eli Iffer, with a good take. Finds the senior, Andrew Weeman, for another tough bucket. And it looks like Westwood's going to get out of here with the win tonight. But a tough bucket from Mahoney the other way.
Well
And
fought
that-
on both ends.
Yeah, absolutely. And that will put Mahoney over the 20-point marker. Good hustle there from Dearborn. That's what you love to see if you're a head coach. Doesn't matter what the score is. He hustles back, doesn't give up a wide open layup. He's going to foul out with that one, but that's a good use of that foul. see the sophomore Sam Larkey check in for Dearborn after he fouls out.
And as we said before, Norwood had the game within 6 at one point, but they just let it get out of hand in the end of the third and the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yep, a valiant effort there from the Mustangs in the third quarter, but it just wasn't enough. Westwood just dominated the glass tonight. You can see them at the free throw line right now. That's been the story of the night as well. And Amari Ashley has had a great game for the Wolverines. Knocks down another free throw.
He's really been a presence inside and made things tough for Norwood tonight.
Yeah, and this is a bit of a revenge game for him, I would say. I believe he got hurt in the first game against Norwood. I think he ended up missing most of the game. But he's really made his presence felt in this rematch in the Norwood High Gymnasium for this Crosstown Classic. As we see Matty Mahoney with a 3 at the top of the key. He is not giving up tonight. So Norwood working hard in that full court press. They're not giving up. Down 15 here with about 40 seconds left. And Westwood will head to the free throw line the other way.
This is A.B. Remy's 4th foul of the night, which is really great for him, saying that he had 3 in the first half. So he stayed pretty strong throughout the second half.
Yeah, agreed. He had a great game with 3 fouls, which can be a very tricky thing. Very easy to either play too safe and too smart sometimes with 3 fouls and kind of take yourself out of the game, or hack and end up literally out of the game with 5 fouls. But he made his presence felt as well. Knocked down some big shots, had some great takes. So a hard-fought game from the senior A.B. Remy. We'll see the sophomore, number 12, Sam Larkey, drives and kicks back out to Remy. Good dish there from Remy, good floater with the right hand from Larkey. Tough finish.
Norwood is just not giving up tonight.
It's good to see that they're keeping the intensity up throughout all the way to the end of the game.
It's good to see varsity player Maddie Lyons in the booth with us up here. She just scared me. I did not know she was next to me. And we'll see Westwood will head to the free throw line again as number 2, the sophomore, Robert Liriano Alejandro. He's had a great game tonight. Pretty fitting end here for the Wolverines as he'll get to the free throw line once again. Can't get the first to drop.
For both teams, free throw shooting seems to have been a bit of a struggle tonight.
Yeah, both teams were there pretty much all night. A lot of free throws attempted tonight. So we'll see Larkey bring up the ball with about 10 seconds left. A little miscommunication for Norwood. We've got a whistle on the other end, and Amari Ashley with the travel. He was looking to get out in transition, up 16 with about 10 seconds left.
This Norwood student section is not giving up either. They are still very loud, very active.
Yeah, I don't think they were too happy with his decision there. He's still playing in the whistle, though, jockeying for position with senior Joe Manning. You'll see Matty Mahoney put up a 3. Can't get that to drop. Westwood grabs the rebound, and that will wrap up our Crosstown Classic here between the Norwood Mustangs and the Westwood Wolverines, as Westwood escapes the gym with a 66-50 dub. A great game from both sides. Again, Norwood fought back. They were down 18 at half. They cut it to a 6-point deficit, but it was just too many rebounds, too many free throws, too many fouls for the Mustangs to fight back. Abby and Soph, you got anything for the folks at home?
Just a well-fought game from both teams. You know, Westwood was just bigger and had a bigger presence down low, and I think that made the difference tonight.
Yeah, Norwood fought hard the whole game, but just couldn't pull it out.
Yeah, the size advantage was just too much for the Mustangs to come back in this game. But stick with us, as I believe we'll see our trophy ceremony. As both teams, you might have seen it earlier if you're watching the girls' game, but one member of each team receives a trophy for this game for having the biggest impact in the game.
That may just have been for the girls' game, though. Doesn't seem like they have any, as the Norwood boys are heading off to the locker room.
Oh, yeah, I might be wildly incorrect there. My apologies.
And for those of you who don't know, senior captain Lauren Reen was the unsung hero and won the trophy for the Norwood girls earlier.
Yeah, hard-fought game from Reen. She had a great game. She knocked down a bunch of threes, had some great passes for usual. But it looks like that will be it here at the Nord High School Gymnasium. So Soph Brigadier, Abby Kern, any last words before we sign off?
Nope.
All right, that works for me. Thanks for tuning in to the second annual Crosstown Classic between the Westwood Wolverines and the Nord Mustangs. A great tradition. We're looking forward to doing this again next year and for many years to come. Signing off, 66 Westwood, Nord 50. Tune in next time, and thanks for watching tonight. Have a great night, everybody.